Hey, how's it going? Today is day 52 of my 100-day inspiration challenge. And today I want to talk about journaling. So yesterday for my live video, I did something really scary and really vulnerable, and I read part of my journal. And the message was not about journaling, but the reason that I wanted to express and share my journal was because it is an important part of my process. And it's an important element in my life. It's something that I do every single morning. It's a part of my morning routine. And it's something that has been really helpful and really valuable in my life. And so I would like to share why I find journaling so valuable and so important, and why I believe that more people could benefit from having a journal. So I heard this guy say that journaling is so important, and the reason why journaling is so important because it is you learning to think, right? It is all of us learning to think. And I really liked that, and I really connected to that, and I thought a little bit more deeply about it. And I think the reason why journaling helps us to get to know ourselves better and to think more deeply than even thought is because it is proactive, right? You have to put pen to paper. You have to actually make the choice, make the decision to journal. Whereas thinking, it just happens naturally, and, you can get distracted really easily, and you can run off with your thoughts, and 2 minutes later, you're thinking about something totally different, and you've forgotten what you even started thinking in the beginning. So I thought that that was really valid. And I will say that I've been journaling for a long time. When I was younger, I used to journal, and it was very silly. And I think the difference about how I journal now versus how I journaled back in the day. So when I was younger, it was more of just like collecting memories, which I think is an important aspect of journaling. I know my grandma, she used to always journal, and when us kids were over, she would always write about it. And now we have all of those memories now that she's gone. And so that's a very special thing. However, that's not, I guess that is an important reason to journal. But I think the difference for me in why journaling has become so important in my life is because I have turned it into self-reflection. So I have gone deeper with myself and been more intentional with my journaling. And it hasn't always been easy. There was a time when I used to see journaling as a chore, and it was something that I felt like, I have to journal. And it was when I was doing the Artist Way. So in the Artist Way, they do something called the morning pages, and it talks about every single day journaling and just writing. And it's basically brain dump. So you just write whatever comes to mind. And I used to think about it as something that I had to do. And then I read in the Artist Way about letting your journaling be your place of rest, and letting your journaling be a playful place. And so that shifted my perspective, and I was able to see journaling as something peaceful and something that brought me energy rather than something that I just hated doing. And ever since that moment, it's been a really powerful tool in my life. So I have 6 reasons why I think journaling is amazing and why I believe everybody should do it. So the number one thing is you get to know yourself more deeply, right? I believe that one of the greatest things that has happened to me this year is that I have truly learned that knowing and understanding yourself is the most valuable thing that we all have to offer. So the more deeply that we connect with ourselves, the more deeply we learn about ourselves, the more that we love ourselves, the more valuable we are in every aspect. Because we're able to give others that part of ourselves. We're able to stand up in confidence and own that thing about ourselves. And we're able to know how we feel about different things, which is important. So the number 2 thing is, I guess I just went from 1 to 3. So the number 2 thing is to find your voice. So it goes hand in hand with knowing yourself, right? And it's kind of like what I was saying. The more questions you ask, the more you find out about who you are, how you feel about the world. And that voice is so important. Gosh, I spent so much of my life not knowing and not owning my voice. And when you own your voice and you own your point of view, there is something so special and so interesting about that. And so journaling is a really helpful tool. The third thing is it helps to problem solve and reduce anxiety, which also helps to improve clarity and focus. So how many times do we stress over the same thing? We just have mental stress. We go over the same thing over and over and over again, whether it's an argument that we wish we had, whether we're frustrated by someone or something, whether it is something that's totally out of our control, like COVID or something that's coming up. If you just let it get the best of you, if you're just leaving it in your mind and not doing anything about it, it is going to have power over you. So put it to paper. Get it out of you and get it onto paper. It's like that song, that Natalie Bruglia or whatever, and she's like, "You're no longer inside of me, fighting the words." Wait, you're no longer inside of me, fighting the one you belong to. She's talking about the words. It's a great song from the 90s. That was a total random tangent. Okay. Anyway, it helps you to reduce anxiety because you're able to problem solve. You can write things down and you can realize that, oh, this problem, maybe it's not such a big deal. Or maybe I'm stressing about something that 99% chance it's not going to happen. Or maybe by writing about it, you get more clarity. You get an answer that you wouldn't have gotten by just thinking about it. So then you've scratched that and you've created more mental energy and mental space for yourself, which gives you focus for the rest of your day and for other things. The number 4 thing of why I think it is valuable to journal is you get to feel your feelings. It's like free therapy, right? Therapy, it can be expensive. Therapy is so amazing. It is a great thing, and I've talked about it before, but it can add up, and insurance doesn't always cover therapy. And journaling is like free therapy, especially if you ask yourself the questions like, why am I feeling this? What is this about? You can untap a lot of things that you have been holding onto, and releasing those feelings is really powerful for your healing. And if you heal, you can be a better version of yourself. You can be more creative. When I stopped going to therapy a year ago, I've since gone back after my mom passed away, but when I stopped going a year ago, my therapist, the thing that she suggested in the transition was to journal, because it is exactly that. You are able to feel your feelings, and the more that you can feel your feelings, the more that you are able to be present in your life. The number 5 reason why journaling is amazing is because it creates inspiration. You can write and you will find different ideas that come out of your writing. If you show up on the page every single day, if you commit to showing up on the page, different inspiration will hit you, especially if you get out of your own way. So I am going to read something that I wrote down in my office, and I think it's really powerful. So it says, creative forces, you take care of the quality, I'll take care of the quantity. So that basically means that I will do the work, but I am trusting that creative things will come out of it. And I think that journaling is an important step to this, because it is a moment of finding clarity. And once you have a little sparkling of an idea, you can kind of run with it and you can write it out and put it onto paper. Again, developing your thoughts with it. And the last thing of why I think journaling is so valuable is you can track your goals. You can measure your goals. You can track your progress. You can always go back and read it. You can see, oh man, I wanted to do this and I haven't even taken any sort of action toward this. Or you can see where you were at a certain place. It's so valuable for so many reasons. And the bonus, number 7, is it creates memories for your future children, just like I talked about with my grandma. So there are so many amazing reasons why journaling is so powerful and so important. It helps you to think. It helps you to find your voice. It helps you to find clarity, to problem solve, to find inspiration, to feel your feelings, to track your goals, and to create and pass on memories. So try it out and don't let it be a challenging, scary thing. Let journaling be your comfort. Let journaling be your peace, and let journaling be your safe space. Remember to keep showing up for yourself. If you do, regardless of where you are, there is nowhere that you can go but up. If you would like some more free resources, or if you'd like to join my newsletter, you can head over to my website, showuptogoup.com. I'll see you next time.